Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Tech. Good to see you guys again. And I'm standing in exactly the same spot where I reviewed this phone many months back. And you may be wondering, what are you on about, Frankie Tech? Well, let me tell you guys, I have an old new phone that I'm checking out again. A re-review, call it, of the Mate 20X. Oh yeah. And I'm so happy to finally have this phone back in my hands. Now let me explain to you guys a little bit of what happened. Why did I sell this Mate 20X? But I have it now in this beautiful purple color, and I plan to keep this version of the phone for a good period of time now. Let me explain to you guys, why did I get rid of this phone in the first place, and now why did I pick it up again? So guys, as you know, like I always try phones out. Some I eventually sell off, and then some I eventually keep. And this was one I would honestly tell you guys right now was one of the major mistakes that I made back a couple months, like at least 4 or 5 months back. So let me kind of rewind here. So back in October, I reviewed the Mate 20X, and it was one of the most amazing phones that I reviewed. And by the end of the year, I named it my phone of the year. The Mate 20X was my phone of the year with this beautiful display, giant monster of a phone, 5,000 milliampere battery. I mean, it had it all. It basically, from what you guys saw from my conversation with Andrew Mark David, he's still carrying his. And I pretty much told myself, I don't know if I can review or even kind of recommend Huawei phones. But one thing that I left the US with was seeing Andrew with his Mate 20X, and I really missed it. You guys have been wondering about this phone for a long time. What happened to your Mate 20X? Guys, I sold it off in early, like I guess end of Jan, early Feb. I needed the money and I sold off my Mate 20X for a very good price. But I just regretted that from the moment I did it. And ever since that day, I've been really thinking, if there was one phone that I would have kept long term, it would have been this phone right here. And honestly, from the display of this thing, as you see, this is the China version, and I'll explain to you guys why I got the China version in a second. But there are a few, let's just call them Frankie rules, that I'm now going to call out right now. I'm going to hold myself to them, so listen to these rules right here. Rule number one. Rule number one is, if I ever get to the end of a month and I'm still reviewing the phone, so if I'm still doing videos on a phone after 1 month, that means the audience has spoken and you guys absolutely loved this phone. And the Mate 20X was the first phone in the history of my channel that I actually got to 1 month reviewing. Okay, I normally do like, 24 hours, 3 days, 1 week, whatever. But the Mate 20X, I actually got to 1 month. And what I like to do for my 1 month reviews are what I call my 5 favorite things. And I did that for this phone. It's the only phone I've ever done on my channel that actually got to 1 month. It was amazing. And guess what? Like, after that, when I sold it, I felt so bad. I was thinking, like, how can I kind of like follow up with these kind of questions you guys have about this phone? How can I follow up on like comparing them? And I don't know what the hell there's some derelict dude there. He's walking by. I don't know what he's talking about, man. The sights and sounds of Hong Kong, man. Sometimes you get a crazy dude walking by and you have to pause the video just for it. But anyway, guys, so rule number one is, if I ever get to 1 month on a video, on a phone, I'm going to keep it. It goes into my permanent collection, and I didn't do that for the Mate 20X, and I really apologize for that right off the bat. The second rule, I'm saying this right now, and I will hold true to this for as long as I ever do this channel, is if any phone ever wins Phone of the Year on my channel, it automatically goes into the collection. And so, as you guys remember, go watch it if you haven't ever seen it, my Frankie Tech Phone Awards of 2018, and I named the Mate 20X as my phone of the year. And this phone basically had it all, from the beautiful Amoled display, 7.2 inch, 5,000 milliampere battery. You got that triple camera setup on the back. You have the very quick fingerprint scanner. Let me show you how quick it is. It's gone even faster with software updates. It's now almost instantaneous, guys. And so this thing has just improved. This thing, over with software updates, has just become probably a very refined device. And all I can tell you guys is that this won the phone of the year for my channel, and it was a pity that I didn't keep it. But guess what, guys? That's why I have it now. That's why I'm keeping this phone, and that's why this will be in my possession in some form until the end of time, guys. Until the end of time. So, now that I have the Mate 20X, hit me up with any comparisons you'd like to see, any kind of major battery test, any major camera test you'd want to see with this bad boy. I'm thinking the K20 Pro now has a new competitor in town, and we can see which of these do better. But the Mate 20X is so great to have you in my hands, and in this beautiful purple color. It's my wife's favorite color, baby. This color is just, it screams you. It screams you, baby. So anyways, guys, I will do more in-depth coverage, but if you have any comments, any questions about this phone, the Mate 20X, and I will do my long-term review very soon. But that's it for this video. If you liked it, give me that thumbs up. And if you love the content of Frankie Tech, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for future updates. Loud as hell here. This is where I filmed the original Mate 20X video, and I'm doing it again here for you guys. Thanks for watching, and this is where I leave you by saying, this is Frankie Tech signing off. Have a good one. Oh man, it's so good to have this phone back in my hands. So good. So good.